Today I'm feeling a little out of sorts. I had some weird sleep patterns last night. Weird dreams. They weren't like anxiety dreams or stress dreams. They were just these weird dreams that just sort of threw me off. And I just feel the need to get more organized. That's something that often creates a little chaos in my life, being too unorganized. Like, I don't mind being a little unorganized, but too unorganized really just sort of like throws me off. So today I will be trying to get this better organized. The stuff that I received from my family. Getting some things out of boxes, just better, because right now furniture, which is the most in the way, bulky stuff, is in the way of getting to everything else. That's the way they delivered it. So I just gotta reorganize, start taking some things out of boxes, try and sort of slim down. I bought some organizational boxes like this that I'll be using throughout my shop. So need to just feel like things are getting better because generally things are not getting better. Feelings of the world and the goings-ons. So trying to make myself feel better. So that, like, in difference to like some people do, shopping therapy, I do organizational therapy. I'm gonna try to organize by like keep, sell kind of a characteristics if I can discern what everything is, because I'm not going to sit here and literally like unpack every single item that's in this madness. But there are many things that I will gladly sell, like old, what is it, Super 8? No, this is an old 8mm camera. I have a horrible feeling that by the end of this, I'll be less organized. Such is life.
One of the aspects of doing renovations of this scale that is sometimes very difficult to deal with is the sheer amount of a mess that needs to be made in order to get to a point of organization, cleanliness, whatever you want to call it, sort of, the finished result. You have to, break a bunch of eggs to make an omelet. You have to tear everything down to just get to a point that it's usable, because these buildings were used previously by a person who, for lack of a better word, just like did not have the same lifestyle standards that Petra and I have. Wow, that makes us really sound like snobs. But it's not like we need everything gilded and gold and all this. It's just there are different choices. This gym, or what we're calling the gym, used to be, seems like at one point a a pump house for the well. It used to be a garage. It used to be a garden shed. It used to be all sorts of different things that basically the previous owner seemed perfectly content with, but we're not. And so because we are taking the time and the energy to put in so much change, it's taking much longer, and it's much more time consuming, and it's just much more. But that's because at least me and Petra as well, like, we walked into this space when we decided to purchase it, and we didn't see a beautiful home, because it's not a beautiful home. But what it is a lot of beautiful potential. There is a lot of opportunity in this property. Yeah, maybe it's not, for me, one of the things is there's not much of a yard, and I'm already 52 years old, so I don't really want to have to manage a yard into my 70s and 80s. So I like that there's not a huge yard, that I can manage the yard in 30 minutes or so, depending on how detail oriented I want to be with its cutting. But the potential of this place for not just the physicality, so the changing of this building from garage, workshop, and storage space into a usable gym is going to take a lot of work. We so far we've taken down walls, ceilings, installed new beams. Now we're working on the floors just to try and get it, close to level, because it's not level. The difference from one side to the other is 11 centimeters. It definitely slopes in one direction, but that could be adjusted later with, different flooring and flooring depths. So it's got the potential to be amazing. And all of it does, just getting out of town a little bit, just getting to the suburbs, we'll call it, even though it's probably a little farther away from Prague than the suburbs. But being able to just live in a small village and just be more content, more happy. It's very hard. I've lived in major metropolitan cities, and I've lived in very rural areas. Very rural is a bit tough for me, but when I lived in a very rural place, it was over an hour and a half to a big city. Whereas here, I can get to a mall that has a lot of capability, like a lot of opportunities, in less than 30 minutes. So this is a much closer to major metropolitan area than I lived in the past. That being said, the potential for our life is just fabulous as far as I'm concerned, because there's a elementary school literally within eyesight of our property for Natalie, and there's the addition of a party room. Like, that was not on our checklist, going like, hey, you know what we want? We want a property with a party room. So, like, we didn't ask for that, but it happened to be on the property, and it's just going to be hopefully a great opportunity for getting to know our neighbors, letting Natalie have her friends over, making really fresh and gosh, what's another word for fresh? Fresh foods, so we can just like cook them right there on the grill. All of that is just, it's very exciting. I am looking forward to having my wood shop, because I've always wanted to have a studio as an American artist growing up in the 80s, we'll call it, maybe 90s. I don't know when you define growing up, but growing up in the 80s and 90s, living in Europe and having a studio or an atelier is very aspirational. And so I'm quite excited to be able to have this opportunity. Sadly, a lot of this opportunity has come at the cost of a lot of loss with my mother and my brother, or sorry, my father and my brother and my mother on the, she's coming soon, probably. But so there's a lot of loss to be able to make a lot of gains in different ways. So the potential for everything that we want to do with our family, our life, how we want to raise Natalie, this house and this property really gives us a lot of those potentials, and I'm very excited about it. Petra is probably, I don't want to put words in her mouth, but she's more cautiously optimistic, primarily from the financial standpoint. As you all have seen, like, I'm the creative force behind things. Like, I'm the one who will get in there and do the physical labor, come up with the solutions to problems and so on. And those are the things that I worry about. Petra is the person in the household who worries about the finances. Yes, I worry about finances, just to be clear. It's not like I'm willy-nilly about things, but I worry about the finances for the next month, and she worries about the finances for the next 5 to 10 years, which is great. It's a very helpful balance to have, because if both of us didn't care about the future, that would be a very bad idea. So having somebody who cares about the future is great. And having somebody who doesn't care about the future, I think, is also great. So having that balance is, I believe, helpful, because I will put in the time and the energy now to make things like the fit and finish of the house, up to a slightly higher standard. That's probably going to cost us a little bit extra. And I do really mean a little bit extra. Talking like a couple $100 extra, but it's my sweat equity that I can put in that will really elevate the house overall, so that we don't get, 3 years from now looking back and going, oh gosh, I wish we had blank, 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 done this or not done that. So I'm trying to find that right balancing act of how much to do and how much not to do, how much is needed versus how much is wanted. And this is the struggle that all homeowners have, of like how much to put in to how much emotional gain the results will give. So because you don't want to overdo something and pay too much, because then for the rest of your life you're going to be looking at it going, God, we paid way too much for that thing. So you want to do enough but not too much, so that you regret it. And I believe so far I haven't reached that point yet. I have made a few mistakes for sure as far as material choices and things like this, but I've worked them all out, and I've learned a lot. And so, moving forward, I feel far more confident about all of the choices and decisions and materials and even understanding how long things are going to take. Because one of the things that I entered into renovating this property thinking, I said, oh yeah, doing this won't take but like a week. But for some reason, like in my mind, that was doing it with other people. So it wasn't doing it as a solo endeavor. And so the process of doing this completely solo has taken, I'm not going to say exponentially longer, but it's taken longer than I initially expected. So my optimism needs to be sort of reined in, and realism of a single person doing something versus a group of people, or even just two people, because two people would make it 3 times faster. But I don't have 2 people, unfortunately, at this point, reliably, or for free, that can help with this. But there are things coming up that Petra and I have made the choices to spend more money on and trust the professionals, because there's a lot of change coming up in the near future. Petra's looking for jobs, and so therefore I will become more time caregiver for Natalie, and so therefore I will have less time at the house. So because of that kind of thing, then we've decided that there are more things, particularly like structural and underfloor heating and things like this, that we are going to hire people to do when, basically anything that would like cause a catastrophic problem in the house. So we will be more willing to hire professionals. So there's a lot of change coming up in the near future. Stay tuned. Please give us some comments, some likes, some subscribes, anything that helps the channel along, and feel free to ask any questions of us in the comments as well. If there's something you want to know about how we're doing this, or why we're doing this, or anything along that line, or maybe Petra's perspective on things that I've made statements about, or anything like that, feel free to ask, and we will do our best to respond to you as quickly as possible. Thank you very much, and talk again soon.